Story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington.
For Betty Anderson, now Mrs. Stephen Cord, the realization that the mysterious phone call her husband received while on their honeymoon was from Ann Howard, a prospective client, appeases her somewhat jealous nature. But for Ann Howard, it was an urgent call enlisting Stephen's help. Now, Ann is about to embark on a mission. A mission in search of the truth about her past.
I have photostats of the police records. Shall we go to work?
Police records?
Yes.
You mean everything that happened that day?
Everything that was known at the time.
I didn't know you wanted to go into it so thoroughly. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow.
Ann. Now this is it. The whole package. A small boy was pushed off a bluff. The children who were playing with him were interrogated. Their parents were interrogated. Now, all the questions, all the answers are right here, Ann. Now, these are the words that were said. This isn't guesswork. This isn't somebody's cloudy recollection. It's 17 years rolled back. These are the words that were said at the time. It's real.
Stephen, I'm not ready.
Ready? Now, you've got a decision to make. Do you want to face this? Do you want to take this and deal with it? Because if you walk out that door, if you postpone this, you'll never come back. This matter is officially closed. It's been closed for 17 years.
Shall we go to work?
Go roll. You dropped something. Want some help? Hey, what did I do?
Nothing. No, nothing really. I'm just sort of in a dumb mood.
Well, snap out of it.
I'm out.
And brace yourself. If you could make a wish and make anything happen, what would you wish for? Don't tell me. Just say the magic word, sugar-boom.
Norm.
Come on, say it.
Sugar-boom.
You got your wish. You, Mrs. Harrington, are looking at a genuine registered college student. Summer session.
Norm? Oh! Well, what made you change your mind?
You. All your nagging and lecturing finally got to me. You were right, it's a closed shop. If I want to be a big wheel, I have to have a degree. And I decided I want to be a big wheel. Just for you. I'm only taking 2 courses. English Survey and Math 1. Those are freshman requirements. I might as well get them out of the way so I don't have to take a full load in September.
You mean you're planning to go full-time in the fall?
Yeah. Well, I have to if I want to graduate by the time I'm 80. Hey, what's the matter? Come on, don't start feeling insecure. You don't think I'm going to turn one of those rah-rah Joe College types, do you?
No.
Because I could care less about all that outside activity. If it's something we can't do together, forget it. You're my outside activity.
Hello, Rita. Norbert.
Oh, hi,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Carson.
Carson. Is there anything I can do for you?
Vitamin time.
Oh, Mr. Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
I called in for a refill on this.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Carson. Here they are. That's a charge, isn't it?
Yes, please.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Would you care to guess who just registered for Peyton College?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely, Norman.
She finally nagged me into it.
I know you're proud of him, huh?
Oh, yes, I am.
What are you going to major in, do you know?
No, I don't know yet. You don't have to decide until you're a sophomore. So this year, I guess I'll just shop around. Anyway, it's a long way in the future. Well, I better get back to work. Hamburger again tonight?
No, codfish cakes.
Goodbye, Mrs. Carson.
Goodbye, Norman.
Well, it'll seem funny putting this on my shopping list again. Baby powder, diaper pins, bottle caps. I was always losing them.
I bet you're really excited about this baby.
You can't imagine. Rita, do you remember that time we had that talk in the park across the street?
Yes, of course I remember.
I was very proud that you took me into your confidence.
Well, you helped me a lot.
Remember we said that if you ever want to talk again. Rita, what's wrong?
Nothing. Everything's fine. And you heard Norm's going back to school.
Yes, that's fine.
Well, thank you for coming in, Mrs. Carson.
Goodbye, Rita.
Bye.
Anne? Did you read all of it?
Police Officer Larkin and myself, Gerald Donnelly, arrived at Sailor's Bluff at approximately 9:30 a.m. We found a boy, later identified as Christopher Weber, lying unconscious on the rocks below. After summoning an ambulance, Officer Larkin stayed with the boy while I questioned the witnesses, all minors. They were Lee Weber, the injured boy's older brother, Arthur Crane, Margaret Stratton, Dick Harrison, Stephen Cord, and a girl of about 10 or 11 in a state of severe shock. Incoherent, unable to give her name. Later identified as Anne Colby.
The Weber boys stated that they had been playing a game with a blindfold, and that Ann Colby had deliberately pushed his brother off the cliff. The other children told basically the same story.
The first thing I remember is being in the police station. The lights and the uniforms. My father trying to stop my crying. I didn't even know I was crying.
Try and remember before that.
I remember seeing you all on the beach. You seemed to be having such a good time. Laughing and running.
Why'd you pick us?
When you're as lonely as I was, everyone's a stranger.
You were the stranger. When did you get the blindfold off, Anne? Before or after you pushed Chris? Cry.
Before. An instant before.
Then you saw what happened.
Well, I was pushing, kicking. I got the blindfold off. Then, I think it was a moment later, he was falling.
Well, then you didn't actually see if you pushed him.
All of you said I did.
Yes, and now I'm in the position of having to prove myself a liar, along with the others. What happened after the accident?
I had a breakdown.
Immediately?
No, it was a few weeks after. I spent several years in a children's hospital.
Is that why you changed your name from Colby to Howard?
No. Howard is my married name. We met in college. It didn't last.
Anne, why did you wait so long to come back?
I thought that one day I might wake up without the bluff on my mind. That day never came.